It's so good. It tastes fresh. You can taste the arugula, the Brussels sprouts. Sorry about that. That's why you don't want the Brussels sprouts too big. Okay. I can't stop eating it. Well, hi everyone. I'm Amy, so welcome to my little kitchen. I'm so glad you're watching this video. The dish that we're going to make today can be for any time. For a great Thanksgiving side dish, perhaps. I don't know, just goes with mainly a lot of good stuff. Pork, or whether it be chicken, or even some seafood. But anyway, what we're making today is Brussels sprout, what am I naming this? Roasted Brussels sprouts and quinoa salad. Now, I call it a salad, but you can have it warm or you can have it cooled down. I just got back from pumpkin season, and we got 2 more days. This is our last weekend of pumpkin season. And so I'm having Jacob, Isabel, and her cousin, Diego, and of course, Mateo over for dinner. So I'm doing 2 dishes tonight, so that when I get back from pumpkin season, all I have to do is cook the chicken without cooking the dessert and the side dish. So anyway, we are making roasted Brussels sprouts and quinoa salad. So what we're gonna do here, what do we all have in this? So I'm gonna get the Brussels sprouts going because this will take a little bit of time. And then I'm gonna get the quinoa going because that also will take a little bit of time. Brussels sprouts, because I have cut them in half and then quartered them. They'll probably take maybe 15 to 20 minutes. You definitely want them a little lightly brown, just so you have kind of that nice roasted Brussels sprout. But make sure you don't have them too close together because they won't really brown and they'll kind of be steaming against each other. So I want them roasted. So hopefully my baking sheet pan over here will be big enough. So we're gonna have about 3 cups. I think 3 cups should be enough, I'm hoping. So this is 2 cups in here. And I'm gonna cut up some more Brussels sprouts. We're gonna have some shallots in there, some garlic. We're gonna have, oh, I didn't get out the feta. We're gonna have, do I have feta in here? Yes, feta. We're gonna have some pomegranate seeds. Now, if you don't like pomegranate, or they don't call them seeds, they call them arils, A-R-I-L-S, I don't know. I'm gonna call them pomegranate seeds. And so we're gonna have some of those with some feta crumble. And then we're gonna do some toasted walnuts. I'm gonna rough chop some of these walnuts so we can have a little bit of crunch. Diego is a vegetarian, so I really kind of want to make this salad a little bit interesting. We're even gonna have a little bit of arugula over here. And then we're gonna have a vinaigrette dressing. I think one of the reasons I'm wearing glasses is because it's late. And in order for me to see my directions, see, I have them all written there to see my directions a little better. And to give you guys better info when I do these videos. So anyway, let's get going on the Brussels sprouts. So we're just gonna lightly cut these. So yeah, it has been so fun seeing all of you guys that have come out for pumpkin season. I've had some really great chats, so, oh yeah, I better make sure this is about a cup. And it's okay if some of the leaves fall off because those will become crunchy too. So yeah, we're just gonna cut these in half and then quarter. And then I'm just kind of cutting away some of this harder part down here because for some reason, I don't like it. And I'll show you what the hard part I'm talking about. It's kind of like this little end right here. So I'm just kind of angling it and just kind of cutting it away, or less of it. So anyway, I just don't like it. To me, it doesn't get soft enough when you roast them. And I kind of just don't like it. So that's what I'm doing. So we're gonna cut the ends off, slice them in half, quarter them. Now, if you think quarter them is still too big of a piece, then, you know, cut them again. Because we can make these into smaller pieces. I think that's okay too. In fact, that's what I'm going to do here. If some don't seem large enough to quarter, then don't. Just quarter the big ones. So definitely, these may only take 15 minutes to roast. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's see how much we have here. So, you know, depending on how much Brussels sprouts you want in here. So I need to do a couple more. Couple more Brussels sprouts. But like I said, it's been so fun at pumpkin season, seeing everyone. Sorry, I want to make sure I don't cut my finger. I think my knife has gone dull again. But it's been so fun to see everyone, and we've had a really good season, so. And obviously, I've mentioned this before, I love dressing up. I don't know what it is, but I really like dressing up. You would think I missed something as a kid, but I didn't, because I dressed up for Halloween. So anyway, everyone's doing fine. Kind of want to get some of these recipes done because I'm going to go visit Molly here. I'm going to grab 2 more Brussels sprouts. So while these cook, we're going to get the quinoa going. Okay. Yeah, I just don't like that end, or I don't know, maybe I didn't do it well enough. Who knows? And I want all these skins, these loose leaves. I shouldn't say skin, these loose leaves, to be a part of this as well. Oops. So we have 3, but since I got this other Brussels sprout, we're gonna go ahead and do that one too. Come on, Brussels sprouts are good for you, you know? I know Chris is thinking I'm crazy doing pumpkin season, having people over for dinner, but you know what? We have someone visiting from out of town. In fact, Isabel's cousin is from Chile. So we are gonna have a good time, I think. So of course, let's have a home-cooked meal. Hopefully he will like this. Okay, that's enough there. I have to get my garbage pail. See, if you guys think it's all crowded here, years and years ago I was on Celebrity Chopped. Not years and years ago, but a few years ago. And, well, yeah, probably could have been a few years ago. Probably maybe 5. Gosh, it feels like just yesterday sometimes. Anyway, it was so much fun. It was really a lot of fun. Nerve-wracking, but fun. I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to lightly put olive oil on here because I have them cut, you know, in smaller pieces and just in half. I don't want the olive oil to soak them too much that they become too wet. So we're going to, here's my sheet pan right here. Get this bowl out of the way. We're just gonna lay them down here. Now, obviously, these are going to be kind of, I'm going to take, boy, there were some leaves here, parts of, a Brussels sprout that was not good. So we're just going to get rid of that. Just get rid of it. Sometimes you miss it when you're cutting up so much. Okay, do I have any other parts? Oh, bad. Unless those were the ones that I left out too long. Okay. Hopefully these will roast okay. I have a lot on here. I'm going to spread them out. So like I said, these are not going to take long. I have a feeling. Oh. I think this one needs... I think this one needs cutting a little more. No, maybe not, but oh well. Okay, I think that's enough. Yes, I'm not going to put balsamic vinegar on these. These are going to be a little different, which is okay. We're going to put a little maple syrup on here in the vinaigrette. Okay, here we go. Boy, I should have checked these a little better. Okay. Besides, I needed to use these Brussels sprouts up. They've been in my refrigerator for a little bit. Sometimes that's what happens to the vegetables because, you know, since Chris doesn't really like vegetables, I sometimes don't use them up. So I'm just going to lightly drizzle these. Not a lot. I hope not a lot. Okay. I'm just going to kind of lightly toss them so they get all coated. Okay. Spread them out a little bit more. I'm going to wipe my hands so the salt doesn't stick to them. Tell you, one of the greatest inventions was paper towels. Just a little bit of kosher salt on them. I don't want them too salty. There we go. Where'd my pepper go? I am going, before I stick these in there, I'm going to turn this water on. So I have a half a cup of dried quinoa. That's going to give me about 3 cups, I think, I'm hoping, and a quinoa. So I hope that's enough. So here we go. We're going to put these in our roasting, in our oven to roast. Okay, I'm going to shut this, but I wanted to take a picture of the Brussels sprouts before I cook them. And then we're going to chop these up and add the quinoa. So I have my Brussels sprouts roasting. They'll take, you know, I'm going to check them at about 10 to 15 minutes because I did slice them, you know, like I said, I quartered them. And so they're not half Brussels sprouts, so they may not take as long. So my water is going for my quinoa, so I'm going to add the half a cup to that pot of water. Sorry, I have to climb on the stool to do that. Anyway. We are going to give it a little stir. We're going to bring it to a boil again, and then we're going to turn it down. let it boil for a minute. And so I have 1 garlic clove. It was big, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna need 2. But since this is what this is with a maple vinaigrette. So I don't want to have too many contrasting flavors. But I think what I'm going to have for dinner is going to complement each other, because there'll be a little bit of a maple vinaigrette with this, and then I'm making a pear and fig tart. Or, no, a pear and fig galette. Oops. So the quinoa will probably take maybe about 20 minutes to cook. No, about 15 to 20 minutes to cook. And then when you turn off the heat, just let it rest for about another 10 minutes. Just to absorb all the liquid, but then just to also cool it down and to finish cooking. So we got 1 garlic clove. I have 1 little itty bitty shallot, so we're definitely going to do another shallot here. Put my garlic in here. Definitely try and mince or finely chop your garlic, because no one wants to take a bite and have like a big chunk of garlic. I don't know, do I really need these glasses anymore? Maybe I don't. But I think after pumpkin season, I am a little tired. So, okay. I don't know, I think that 1 garlic's gonna be big enough. It was a big clove. So I have 1 little, it was a little shallot. I didn't get big shallots here, so I'm gonna cut up this other piece of shallot here. I chose pomegranate seeds, I'm gonna call them seeds, over dried cranberries, because I just thought the dried cranberries might be a little sweet, and I wasn't in the mood for that. So hopefully the pomegranate seeds will add a little bit of color. They taste good, they're good for you, and they also will provide a little crunch. So that is all chopped up. That was easy. Then this little itty bitty shallot here. So I'm just going to put this directly in with the Brussels sprouts and the quinoa. It's not going to go in the vinaigrette, because sometimes you can, chop up a shallot and make it into your vinaigrette too. And the only difference between this vinaigrette, if you don't want like a lemon vinaigrette, oh my gosh, or lemony, or lemon and mustard, it's gonna have a little hint of maple syrup just to add a little bit of sweetness. So I really didn't want to put cranberries. Okay, I think so. Basically a shallot, if you got a large one, just 1. If you have not so large but kind of small, I would say 2 shallots. So, okay, we are going to chop up, rough chop, the walnuts, because we're going to toast those. I got to keep track of I have a clock directly in front of me that is part of we have an open concept here. So right in front of me is the 2 chairs that Chris and I usually sit in, but our 2 couches and everything in our little fireplace. But on the wall directly in front of me we have this big round clock. It almost looks like one of those old-fashioned stopwatches, kind of like, or the chain watch that someone would have. So I gotta keep track of my time so I don't lose track of time and don't burn the Brussels sprouts. Okay, we're just gonna rough chop. I don't want big chunks, but I don't want them finely chopped either. So what have we been doing for the fall? I'm still trying to finish up some of the paperwork and seeing if I could, you know, maybe get into the school system and help out and teach or substitute teach or whatever. So that's going to be new for me. That's going to be interesting. I'll have to let you guys know that. Okay, I think that's about it. I think this will be enough. Let's see how much this is, because sometimes I don't eyeball it right. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Sometimes when you rough chop, you miss some pieces. And some of the pieces are too big. So just break them up or chop them. So not quite a half a cup. I'm gonna get a few more walnuts here, and I'm gonna check on the quinoa and the Brussels sprouts. I'll come back. Okay. I'm gonna stick my glasses in my little pocket here so I don't lose track of them. So I don't have quite half a cup. If you don't particularly like walnuts, I think pecans would go well in here. Or even some, oh, you know what I should have done in this? I forgot. Hazelnuts. I'm in Oregon. We grow hazelnuts here. I should have done hazelnuts. Oh well, walnuts will be good. Let's see, oh yeah, missed that big one. Because I don't want big chunks of walnuts. Okay, I think that's good. There we go. I think that's about a half a cup. So I'm just gonna, where's my pan? I'm just gonna put them in this black pan here. I'm just gonna toast them on low because I wanna make sure, I've got a lot going on here. I just wanna make sure that I don't burn them. Here's a big piece of a walnut. You know, sometimes I miss some. Oh, look at that. I had some walnuts in here. Silly me. I tell you, sometimes I'm like, I think I really still get so nervous doing these cooking videos, making sure I have everything and I'm all perfect, which of course I'm not. So I had the walnuts right there. I mean, goodness gracious. Don't worry, one of these days I'll get my act together. Sorry, some of these walnuts were just a little big. Okay. Well, I'm gonna check up on my Brussels sprouts here. Okay. But yeah, I'm just gonna put the walnuts on low. Like I said, I do not wanna forget about them and suddenly they're burnt. So I'm gonna check out the Brussels sprouts. Oh. Oh my goodness. Some of the leaves brown, but you know what? I think that's gonna be okay. I knew I smelled something. So these probably only needed 10 minutes. But you know what? I'm gonna live with it. I think it'll be okay. Okay. Better check up on my quinoa. Okay. Sometimes with these pots, they have the metal lid and it's hot. Nope. quinoa definitely has a little bit of time to go. So you know what? I think since we're waiting for the quinoa to finish cooking, I'm going to clean this up a little bit, and we might as well go ahead and make the vinaigrette so that's all ready. Okay? So let me clean this up a little bit and we'll make the vinaigrette. Okay, I think I have everything here for, do I have, oh yes. I think I have everything here to make the vinaigrette for the quinoa, roasted Brussels sprouts, quinoa, with maple syrup vinaigrette, with a maple vinaigrette salad. I'm gonna just kind of mince up. Well, these are already kind of minced up. I should have probably just used the, yeah, these are already minced up. So we're just gonna use like a teaspoon or so. Half a teaspoon. I think I got too much here, so we're just gonna go that. Since my cutting board was a little wet, I unfortunately got to get rid of that. So we have enough thyme here, I think. So about a half a teaspoon. I don't want the thyme to be overpowering on this. We are going to zest a little bit of a lemon here. I'm sorry, not a lemon, an orange. I know with the orange and the maple syrup, but believe me, trust me, this will be good. I love the orange zest. Okay. And we are just gonna slice this a little bit, because I just want a little bit of juice from the orange. Teaspoon or more. Okay, there we go. I think I got all the seeds out. Oops. So we're just gonna squeeze this. And to me, if some of the pulp gets in there, that's fine. Especially if you got a really juicy orange. That means it's really good. All right. This is definitely a teaspoon. Maybe a little more, but that'll be okay. Oops. A seed got in here. Let me get it out with a fork. There we go. Okay, here we go. There we go. Let's see here. We are going to do about a couple of teaspoons of the mustard. I think that's about enough. Let me see if I have enough maple syrup in this. I don't want a lot of maple syrup because, like I said, I'm looking on my little notes here. Maybe just a teaspoon. Because I don't want it too sweet. Look at that, all gone. Okay. And you know what? You can always make adjustments. Because I want a little tartness to this, we're gonna add a little bit of, I don't know, Chris and I, we got these. Oh, you know, I don't think this has ever been open. The apple cider. Oh dear. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to have Chris open this. Let me check on my walnuts. I think they're toasting up. Like I said, I didn't want to toast them up too fast because I definitely didn't want to burn them. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go get Chris to open this for me. All right, Chris was gracious enough to open this up for me. Did he? Yeah. So we're gonna do about a tablespoon apple cider vinegar. Well, hopefully that was enough. And then we're gonna do about 3 tablespoons. Oh, I hate this chain thing on here. So we're just gonna pour that. Whatever, I think 3 tablespoons. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. And then, where's my pepper? Where'd my pepper go? Oh, I put it over there on the other counter. I'm gonna do a little pepper. Not much, just a little bit. Where's my whisk? Okay. So we have like little mustard maple vinaigrette with a little bit of orange. Oh, I can smell it. It smells so good. So nice. Tell you, it's amazing how much this makes. I don't know if we're gonna need all of this. I'm gonna use this fork and just taste a little bit of it. Oh yeah. That is like really good. I like that. I love the orange in it. That was like really good. Okay. Throw that in there. Wipe this up a little bit. Okay, are we happening? Let me go check my walnuts. Okay. I think they're toasting. Like I said, maybe I have them on too low. I don't know. I'm gonna take a walnut out. They are getting there. Good stuff. Let me check my quinoa. Now you can use either the all white, or I use a tricolor. No, what did I use? They call it a tricolor, but it just got a little bit of specks of the black or the darker quinoa, which I think is fine. I don't think I want to go the dark quinoa. I would rather have it white. I just think that makes a prettier presentation to all of this, and hopefully I cooked enough. Hopefully I got my measurements right. But I think the quinoa is done. Should have turned it off. So we're gonna just let it sit for a moment. And I think we're ready to assemble this. So, oh, you know what? While I'm waiting, we can just break this stuff up. You know, like the big chunks, feta. I'm just gonna kind of break up some of those bigger chunks. Because like I said, I don't want big chunks of feta. Just want crumbles, really. And because I'm you know, I'm going to put this in the fridge because I'm making this tonight for tomorrow. Set out the salad maybe, you know, 30 minutes, maybe to an hour before you're ready to serve it. That way it'll come more to room temperature. And I think with the Brussels sprouts and the quinoa, I just think it tastes better. Okay. The fork, I was gonna say, what fork did I use? But the fork I tasted it is over there. The salad, the dressing, the vinaigrette. Okay. So we got our vinaigrette, maple vinaigrette. Oh no. Oh yeah, I did put maple syrup in it. Oh, no wonder it tastes good. Okay. Well, because my Brussels sprouts have cooled down, I put them all in here. I took out some of the more brown or burnt leaves that may have browned a little quicker than the pieces of Brussels sprouts. I took some of those out. We're gonna add in the shallots and the garlic, and with the warmth of the quinoa that's gonna go in here, I think that will be really good. I'm going to add in some arugula. I know, maybe I should bring you guys over here so you can see a little better. Do you think? Let's see here. How can I position this? I'll try, you guys. Oops, sorry. Okay. Maybe, there we go. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. That was probably not so appropriate. I'm going to mix in the arugula a little bit. Just gonna add in a little bit more. So how much arugula? Oh my gosh, I forgot to measure this. Maybe a cup. If you feel like you want more, once you get the hot, warm, or I should say warm quinoa in here, feel free to do that too. Ooh, look at that steam. Let me just let this steam for a minute. Get a spoon. Okay. I'm going to add in this quinoa. I don't know, I was hoping this made 3 cups. This does not look like it made 3 cups. But I still think a half a cup of uncooked quinoa with 1 cup of water. Or if you wanted to, you could also use chicken broth or vegetable broth. I think for this, I'd probably use vegetable broth. So yeah, we're gonna add this in here. Oh yeah, very nice. I could have almost used another thing of quinoa. I might go ahead, I might change up this recipe a little bit. Because we got kind of a lot of people. So if you want, you could double this. Okay. I don't know where my arugula went. I'm going to add a little bit of more arugula in here. Just a little bit. That's a nice peppery. So I think mixing this all in with the warmth of the quinoa really helps. There we go. Now what I may do is just put a little bit of this in a bowl so that the dressing doesn't wilt everything. But we're going to put a little feta in here. You can either mix this in or just put it on top. I'm just going to mix some of this in. There we go. And you can put a little bit on top as well. I don't know, are you guys seeing all this? I know you can't see my face, but I think that'll be okay, right guys? Yeah, and then we're gonna add, look at that, isn't that pretty? I think this will make a great Thanksgiving side as well. So I don't know, maybe just a quarter of a cup, maybe less than that. Pomegranate seeds. There we go. Okay. Maybe a little more. Why not? And then we're going to add in a little bit of walnuts. I probably cooked too much walnuts. But you know what? This is the lovely thing about salads. You know, put in how much you want. Okay. Okay. Okay, you guys. Well, hopefully you got to see a little bit of that. I think it looks delicious. A spoon. Because I don't want to taste it dry. I want to taste a little bit of this dressing on it. I'm not going to put a lot on it since it's going to go in the fridge. Because I don't want the lettuce to totally wilt. Okay, there we go. Let me have a bite. Here's a little bit of, a little bowl. Get some of that Brussels sprout in there. And the pomegranate seeds. I don't know why I can't pronounce that right. There we go. And just a little bit of feta, because I'm going to put more feta in here. Okay, let's taste this. I think I'm hungry. It's so good. It tastes fresh. You can taste the arugula, the Brussels sprout. Sorry about that. That's why you don't want the Brussels sprouts too big. Okay. I can't stop eating it. So many flavors going on here. I love the roasted walnut, the little crunch from the pomegranate seeds, the creaminess from the feta, the little peppery from the arugula, and the quinoa. It just brings it all together. I think this is a great side. It can be a salad. You can have it warm or a little bit room temperature. But I think you guys are going to like this. So this is roasted Brussels sprouts and quinoa with a maple vinaigrette. So I hope you enjoy it. So check out this recipe and all of the other recipes over on my YouTube channel at amyroloffslittlekitchen.com. I would love for you to check it out there and subscribe, or you can definitely go to my website, Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen. So anyway, I can't have any more because I gotta have this for my guests tomorrow. So I hope you make it, enjoy. So keep gathering around the kitchen table with your family and friends. Thanks for joining me. Well, hi you guys. Well, we had such a good time. I made a pear fig galette for when Jacob, Isabel, and family were over. So I didn't have time to finish up that video or this one. This is a really good side dish for maybe Thanksgiving, or you can serve it at room temperature or a little bit warm, but it's roasted Brussels sprouts with quinoa. And I have pomegranate seeds in here, feta, and I also have like a maple vinaigrette over this. It is so, so good. They loved it. This is all I have left. So anyway, like I said, I didn't have time to finish up this video, but let me take a bite because this is going to be part of my dinner tonight. Another wonderful ingredient that you can add to this is just lightly sauteed mushrooms. Don't get them too mushy or too soft, but just brown them up in a dry saute pan with just a little bit of drizzle of olive oil. So adding mushrooms to this would be perfect as well. So anyway, you can find this recipe over at Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen. Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen. Boy, am I tongue-tied or what? You can find this recipe over there at Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen on my YouTube channel, or go to the website. But I'd love for you to give this a try. Let me know what you think, or any of your other favorite recipes. So thank you for joining me in my little kitchen. So this is roasted Brussels sprouts with quinoa. Give it a try. And thank you for joining me in my little kitchen. So keep gathering around the table with family and friends. So thank you, friends.